Sorry I missed you last week. I was joining the roughly 40,000 plus attendees at RE+. It's now the largest energy conference in North America. Well, jumping right in, the European Commission has launched an investigation into whether it should impose punitive tariffs to protect European Union car makers against Chinese electric vehicle imports that it says are enjoying excessive state subsidies, allowing them to undercut domestic markets. In announcing the inquiry, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen commented, quote, "Global markets are now flooded with cheaper electric cars, and their prices kept artificially low by huge state subsidies." Furthermore, she stated, Europe is open to competition, not for a race to the bottom. So we'll see where that goes. Speaking of EVs, car maker Stellantis plans to further expand its battery building capacity from a previously announced level of 250 gigawatt hours to 400 gigawatt hours, while continuing to focus on securing critical supplies of materials and chemicals over the long run. While Stellantis is already committed to 6 gigafactories, this new announcement did not mention where or when new facilities or expansions might be built. Chinese battery firm Gotion, which is one quarter owned by VW, announced its $2 billion EV lithium battery manufacturing plant, which will be replacing an existing factory in Montano, Illinois. The plant is expected to produce 10 gigawatt hours of lithium-ion battery packs and 40 gigawatt hours of lithium battery cells, and begin production in 2024. Gotion was lured to the state by an incentive package valued at $536 million. And in an effort to address related EV equity issues, California will fork out $38 million in rebates to place EV chargers in low-income areas, with rebates covering either 50% of a project's cost or up to $100,000 based on the charging capacity installed. The money will be distributed to qualifying DC fast charging infrastructure. California set a goal of 250,000 public-facing chargers by 2025, and most recent data indicates about 92,000 installed to date, the majority of these being the slower and less expensive Level 2 chargers. Long-duration iron flow battery company ESS has delivered its first 6 10 to 12-hour duration energy storage systems to California utility Sacramento Municipal Utility District, SMUD. The 6 systems will deliver a total of 3 megawatt hours and are the first contemplated in a much larger 2022 contract through which ESS will deliver up to 200 megawatts and 2 gigawatt hours of long-duration energy storage systems to SMUD. The first systems delivered by ESS have been installed and connected into SMUD's system at its head training facility, and once operational, the utility will begin training staff on utility-scale applications and asset dispatch. The plan is to have the systems fully operational by this fall. Chevron New Energies has finalized a deal to buy 100% of Magnum Development Company's majority interest in ACES Delta, the advanced clean energy storage joint venture between Mitsubishi Power Americas and Magnum Development in Delta, Utah. The project will use renewable energy and electrolyzers to create green hydrogen stored in massive solution mine salt caverns. This will provide the adjacent hydrogen-capable 840 megawatt Intermountain project with a seasonal dispatchable store of hydrogen energy, with which it can supply electricity to the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. The first cavern creation project to store 100 metric tons per day of hydrogen is under construction and expected to be commercially operating by mid-2025. And finally, some are buying while others are selling. Shell intends to sell its residential battery storage and virtual power plant company, Sonnen, at an estimated valuation of between $1.5 and $1.93 billion. It's apparently looking for buyers to take at least a 51% share of the company. Shell appears to be retreating from its retail customer focus, having also recently sold its German and UK electricity retail arms to British competitor Octopus Energy. By the same token, Dominion Energy just concluded its sale of 3 natural gas distribution companies to Enbridge, and in that announcement, Dominion also announced it is exploring the, quote, de-risking, unquote, of its 2,600 megawatt offshore wind project through the sale of a portion of that project to a, quote, non-controlling equity financing partner. Well, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.